If you're 70 to 85, and you're still opening your eyes calmly today, then listen carefully, because your age is not a story of the end, but of mature strength. Many people think strength has to be fast. It has to be loud, it has to be visible. However, at this age, strength often comes in softer ways, slower, but deeper. If you can still wake up in the morning, take slow steps, and live your day at your own pace, that's not unusual. It's a sign that your body and heart are still working together. This video isn't asking you to be anyone. It's not comparing you to anyone. This video simply wants to say, you are enough. Your journey is enough. Your experiences are enough. It's enough to just survive today. We'll talk about simple things, about small gestures, about peace of mind, about warm relationships, about accepting life peacefully. No difficult words, no pressure, no fear, just a slow story to accompany your day. If you feel like life is moving slower now, don't worry. Slowly flowing water is often the clearest, and soft light is often the most soothing. I'm still here, I still matter, my journey is still worthwhile. If those words feel close, then this journey was made for you. Sit quietly, take a deep breath, because age isn't about how fast we move. It's about how peacefully we walk, and this story has only just begun. If you're 70 to 85 years old, and when you open your eyes in the morning you can still say to yourself, today, I'm still here, then this video is for you. Because in a world that often views age as an end, we instead see age as a long, meaningful journey. Many people think strength belongs only to the young, those who run fast, those who move without stopping. In fact, true strength is often seen in those who remain standing even after a long journey. And if at 70 to 85 you're still able to do some simple things, it's a sign that your body is still functioning well. Before we go any further, let us sincerely say one thing. This channel was created to accompany, not to preach. If you find this video reassuring, or makes you feel less alone at this age, your little support means a lot. By following this channel, or liking it, you're helping this warm message reach more people your age around the world. Thank you for sharing your valuable time. Now, let's move on calmly. First sign, you can still get up and stand. Imagine your body like an old house that's been lovingly maintained. The house may not be new, some parts may have changed, but the foundation is still strong. One sign that the house is still solid is that the door can still be opened every morning. If you can still get out of bed, sit for a moment, and then stand, even if it's slow, even if it takes time. That's no small feat. It's like the house is saying, I'm still standing, I'm still safe, there's no need to rush. There's no need to be without support. Slow doesn't mean weak. Slow means wise. If you can still get up and stand on your own, that's a sign that your body is still strong. Second sign, you can still move with purpose. Now imagine your body like an old clock. It may not tick loudly. It may not attract attention, but as long as its hands are still moving, time is still moving. If you can still take a few steps, to the window, to the kitchen, or simply out into the yard, it's like the hands of the clock are saying, I'm still doing my job. Every small step is a silent message from your body. I'm still alive. I'm still capable. It doesn't have to be far. It doesn't have to be fast. Small steps taken every day are more valuable than large steps taken infrequently. If you can still move, even at your own pace, that's acquired strength. Third sign, you can still maintain balance. Now imagine yourself standing on the shore of a calm lake. A slight breeze comes. The surface of the water ripples, but the lake doesn't overflow. If you can still stand without feeling like the world is spinning too fast, or walk without feeling like the floor is moving in all directions, that's a sign your body is still good at maintaining balance. That doesn't mean it never wobbles. Everyone wobbles. But being able to regain your balance is a sign of incredible resilience. A body at this age is sometimes like an old friend. In the morning, it might say, "Wait a minute, don't rush." But after a patient conversation, given time, it will reply, "Okay, let's walk together," and walking together is always more beautiful than running alone. Many young people have energy, but not all have serenity. At your age, every movement carries experience. Every breath carries a long story your body has accompanied you through. Laughter and tears, loss and hope, bright days and tough days. And to this day, it remains faithful. That's no coincidence. That's true strength. If today you realize, I can still do those things. Smile. Your body is quietly saying, I'm still here. We're still walking together. And believe me, there are many other signs, often overlooked, but which hold powerful messages about strength at 70 to 85. We'll discuss them slowly, without rushing, without pressure. For now, rest in peace. Remember this. Age isn't about how fast you move, but about how long you stand still. Next, we'll discuss a strength that's often unseen, untalked about, and often taken for granted. In fact, this strength is one of the most honest signs that your body is still functioning well at ages 70 to 85. If you can still take care of small things on your own, without rushing, without panicking, then listen carefully, because perhaps you're stronger than you realize. It's not about doing big things. It's not about extraordinary achievements. It's about the small things done quietly, and how valuable they are at this age. Sign 4. You can still take care of yourself. Imagine your body like an old ship that has sailed a long way. The sails may no longer be big, the engine may no longer be noisy, but the rudder can still be gently steered. If you can still prepare your own drink, eat slowly, or choose what to wear. It's like a ship saying, I still know which way to go. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be fast. The important thing is, you can still set your own rhythm. Imagine a quiet morning. Light streams in through the window. You sit down, pick up a glass, carefully pour water. Perhaps your hands aren't as strong as they used to be. Perhaps your movements aren't as swift. But each small movement is a beautiful collaboration between body and mind. And that collaboration is a sign of mature strength. If you can still take care of your own small needs, in your way, in your time, that's no small feat. It's a sign that your body still listens to commands. Sign 5. You can still use your hands purposefully. Now, imagine your hands like an old musical instrument. They may no longer produce a loud note, but they can still play a soft melody. If you can still hold a spoon, button a shirt, or gently touch an object, it's like your fingers are saying, I still know what to do. These small movements may seem simple to others, but at 70 or 85, they're a real force. If you can still use your hands with purpose and awareness, it means your body is still working as a team. Sometimes your hands at this age are like a chatty old friend. They might say, don't rush. And actually, that's good advice. Because slowing down makes everything safer, more comfortable, and more meaningful. Sixth sign. You can still focus on one simple thing. Now we're talking about something subtle, yet very important. Imagine your mind like a light in a room. The light may not be very bright, but as long as it's on steadily, the room remains usable. If you can still listen to a conversation, follow a simple story, or quietly enjoy music, it's a sign that the light is still illuminating your day. You don't need to remember everything. You don't need to respond quickly. Just be present, just listen. That means a lot. Independence at this age isn't about doing everything yourself. Independence is still being able to choose, being able to organize, being able to say, this is my way. And if you still have that, then you have a strength that not everyone possesses. Your body has gone through many seasons, summers and rainy days. Days of laughter and days of loss. But to this day, you can still manage your life in simple ways. It's a quiet victory, but a precious one. If after hearing this you find yourself saying, yes, I can still do that, then smile. Your body is saying, we're still walking together, and there are other signs. Deeper, more subtle, and often overlooked. We'll discuss them patiently. Without pressure, without rushing. For now, enjoy this piece. Because at 70 to 85, strength isn't always loud, sometimes. Strength whispers softly, but it remains a constant companion. Next, we will discuss a power that is invisible to the eye, but deeply felt within. A power that doesn't make a loud noise, doesn't demand attention, but makes life feel lighter. If, between the ages of 70 and 85, you feel calmer than when you were younger, then listen carefully, because that calmness is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of mature strength. It's not about the body moving. It's about the heart being able to rest. Seventh sign, calmer in the face of small things. Imagine your heart like a lake in the morning. In the past, even a small breeze could stir up waves on the water's surface. Now, the wind comes and goes, the lake remains calm. If you no longer get angry easily over small things, if you can say, it's okay, and move on with your day, it's a sign that your heart has learned to conserve its energy wisely. It's not because you don't care, but because you know what's worth fighting for, and what can be let go. Imagine someone speaking in a high-pitched voice. In the past, your heart might have been lifted up. Now, you just smile a little, or choose to remain silent. That's not giving up. That's emotional maturity. Like an old tree, that doesn't fight the wind, but lets it pass. If you're calmer, more quick to forgive, and don't want to make small problems bigger, that's not weakness. That's quiet strength. Sign 8. Becoming more accepting of life's circumstances. Now imagine your life as a long journey with many views. In youth, we often want to get there quickly. At this age, we begin to enjoy the journey. If you can accept the good days and the hard days, without too much rebellion, without blaming yourself, it's a sign that your heart has found its own rhythm. You haven't given up hope, but you haven't forced it. And that's a beautiful balance. Pause for a moment. Inhale slowly. Exhale slowly. If your breath feels more peaceful than it used to, it's a gentle message from within that you're okay. At this age, many people say, I don't want to fight. And that's not actually laziness. It's a sign that you've learned that peace is more valuable than winning an argument. Sign 9. You can still feel simple gratitude. Now we're talking about something very gentle. Imagine your heart like a warm cup in the morning. Not big, not ornate, but enough to warm you. If you can still feel grateful, simply because the sun rose, or because the day passed peacefully, that's a strength that can't be bought. Simple gratitude is a sign of a healthy and strong heart. Many people chase physical strength. Few achieve inner strength. And often, inner strength only comes after a long journey. If today your heart feels calmer, lighter, and more peaceful, then you have achieved something truly valuable. If you hear this and say to yourself, yes, I feel that, then pause for a moment. Feel that peace. Because peace is not the end of life, but rather the reward of a long journey. And there are other signs that speak of strength at this age, not from the body, but from relationships with others and the meaning of life. We will discuss these slowly, without rushing. For now, let your heart rest. Because at 70 to 85, true strength often comes in the simple form of serenity. Next, we will discuss a power that is invisible in the mirror, but feels warm in the heart. A power that doesn't come from the body, but from relationships with others. If, between the ages of 70 and 85, you can still feel warmth when talking to someone, or even just remembering a certain face, then listen carefully. Because that is a sign that life within you is still flowing beautifully. 10th sign, still enjoying conversation. Imagine a relationship like a small fire in a fireplace. Not big, not burning high, but enough to warm the room. If you still enjoy simple conversations, telling stories without rushing, or simply listening attentively, that is a sign that the fire is still burning. It doesn't need many words. Sometimes, just being present is enough. Imagine sitting across from each other, a cup of warm drink in your hand. No big agenda, there's no need to impress anyone. It's just two people sharing time. If you can still feel that comfort, then the relationships in your life are still alive and valuable. If you still enjoy talking, or even listening, that's a sign of mature social skills. Sign 11. You can still feel empathy. Now imagine your heart like a partially open window. It doesn't need to be wide open. Just open enough to let light in. If you can still feel what others are feeling, without becoming immersed in it, that's a beautiful balance. Empathy at this age is no longer exhausting, but soothing. If you can still care without losing yourself, that's a sign of wisdom. At this age, many people say, I don't have the energy for drama. And that's not a flaw. It's a sign that you choose genuine relationships over noisy ones. Sign 12. Still feeling needed. Now imagine yourself like an old bench in the park. It's not moving anywhere, but there's always someone sitting, resting, or simply enjoying the atmosphere. If you still feel that your presence matters to others, even if it's just a little advice or a quiet presence, that's a tremendous power. Being needed doesn't always mean being busy. Sometimes, being needed simply means being present. Relationships at this age aren't about the number of people around you. It's about the depth of feeling. One warm relationship is worth more than 1,000 empty acquaintances. And if you have that, then your life is full of meaning. If after hearing this you say to yourself, yes, I still feel that, then let your heart warm, because that warmth is a sign of a whole life. And there's one more sign we'll discuss, a sign that speaks to how you view life itself. For now, enjoy that feeling of connection. Because between the ages of 70 and 85, true strength often comes in the form of simple, yet meaningful, connections. Next, we'll discuss the quietest, yet deepest power. A power that's invisible from the outside, but clearly felt within. As you calmly look at each day, if, by the age of 70 to 85, you no longer feel the need to prove anything, and can say to yourself, my life is enough, then this will feel very close to you. This isn't about giving up. This is about peaceful acceptance. Imagine your life like the afternoon sun. It's no longer blazing. It's not blinding, but its light is soft and warms everything. If you no longer feel the need to chase things, you're no longer anxious about what hasn't been achieved. It's a sign that your heart has found the right rhythm. Not rushing doesn't mean stopping. It means being fully present. Imagine sitting gazing at the sky as it changes color. There's no grand goal. There's no long list. Just this moment. If you can enjoy such a moment without guilt, without fear of missing out, that's a rare strength. If you can live each day without rushing, without internal pressure, it's a sign that your life is complete. Sign 14. Making peace with the past. Now imagine the past like an old photo album. Some photos make you smile. Some bring sadness. But you no longer want to tear out the pages. If you can remember the past without excessive anger, without blaming yourself, it's a sign that your heart has made peace. It doesn't mean forgetting. It means accepting that it's all part of the journey. If your breath feels lighter when you remember the past, it's a gentle message that you've grown beautifully. At this age, many people say with a smile, I've had enough drama for one lifetime. And that's not exhaustion. It's a sign that you're choosing peace over chaos. The 15th sign, accepting yourself as you are. Now imagine yourself as a finished book. Not every page is perfect. But the story is complete. If you can accept yourself with all your flaws and strengths, without wanting to be someone else, that is a profound strength. Self-acceptance is a gift that not everyone dares to receive. Not everyone reaches this point. Not everyone is able to say, I have lived. If you've reached this age with a more peaceful, gentler, and more understanding heart, then your life has left a mark. Not a big mark, but a meaningful one. If after hearing this, you feel calm, or just want to pause for a moment, let it happen. because peace is a sign that you've lived your life wholeheartedly. Age 70 to 85 is not the end of strength. It is the gentlest, most honest, and most complete form of strength. And always remember, your life doesn't need to be proven. Your life already matters. Before this video truly ends, let us gently ask you. Do you realize how far you've come in life? Many people talk about the beginning of life. Few truly appreciate the depth of the journey at your age. If you're still sitting here today, still listening quietly, still feeling something deep inside, then that's proof that your life is still speaking. Throughout this video, we're not talking about speed, we're not comparing who's stronger, and we're not demanding anything from you. We're simply remembering one important thing, that life never loses its value just because you age. Every breath you take, every memory you cherish, every small smile that still appears, are all precious parts of life. If there's one thing you want to remember after this video, remember this. You don't have to be anyone anymore. You don't have to prove anything anymore. Just be yourself, through so many seasons, and that's more than enough. Perhaps the days now feel slower. Perhaps the world around you feels noisier. While you choose stillness, and that's okay, because stillness is the language of wisdom, and wisdom only comes to those who have lived long enough to understand it. If this video made you feel more appreciated, more accompanied, or just a little calmer, we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Because your time is precious. Before we say goodbye, if you'd like to support heartwarming messages like this one, to continue reaching countless people your age around the world, don't forget to like, share this video with your loved ones, and follow this channel so you're not alone in the days ahead. Also, turn on the notification bell, so that every new message can accompany your time in stillness. And if you'd like, please leave a sentence in the comments section. Anything you'd like to share from your heart today. Your story might warm someone else's heart without you even realizing it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for surviving. Thank you for living. May your days be filled with serenity, and your nights filled with gratitude. Until we meet again, in the calming silence.